on March 17th, 2026. This regular business meeting of the Osseo School Board is being conducted in the boardroom of the Educational Service Center. The meeting can be monitored electronically by streaming online from the district website. An archived recording of tonight's meeting will also be available on the district website. Seated in front of you this evening, from my left and your right, are Director Kelsey Dawson, Director Erica Foster, Director Thomas Brooks, myself, Board Chair Tanya Prince, Director Keith Tate, and Director Sarah Mitchell. Also present in the boardroom is Superintendent Dr. Kim Heil, student school board representatives, they are with us at the work session, and members of the superintendent's cabinet. Those of you who can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Director Tate, will you please lead the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board members, are there any additions to the agenda? Okay, so seeing none, is there a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Director Brooks. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Director Tate. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, we are really excited. We have some awesome recognitions this evening. To get started, the board members and Dr. Heil will be stepping down from the dais to offer our congratulations. After each recognition, we'd like to get a group photo. So for the first recognition, Coach Douglas, if you want to go ahead and come up to the podium, and we'll go down to the front and get ready.
Hello, my name is Andy Douglas. I'm the coach at Osseo for the wrestling program. I have the privilege of introducing my senior daughter, Piper. She's been a team captain. I've been fortunate in being able to take part in Piper's journey. She's been wrestling for the program for the last 4 years. You've been captain for 2. This year she was able to place at the state tournament, earning her a spot on the wrestling wall in the state placers from years past, which has been one of her lifetime goals, her wrestling goals since she was a freshman and first entered the room. Last year she wasn't able to take part in the tournament due to a season-ending injury. And after battling through the summer, she was able to get back on the mat. She showed unmatched determination, leading her team in wins this year. And at the section tournament, not giving up one match point, and finally taking first, and finally making that trip to state. It didn't go without a hiccup. In her second match, she suffered an injury. Thought it was going to take her out of the tournament. And in the trainer's room, she said, "I'm not quitting." She battled through the next 3 matches to take 3rd place. Couldn't be more proud of her. Thank you.
Okay, next we have the second place finisher at state, Connor Peterson. Coach, will you please step up to the mic?
Good evening. I'm Connor's coach. I'm also fortunate enough to be his dad as well. I've been coaching Connor since he was 3 years old. He's been wrestling since he was 3. He really turned it into a passion. 5th or 6th grade, he wrestled year round. Devoted almost his whole life to wrestling. He's the all-time wins leader for the whole district ever. 219 wins. He's the only person in the district ever to be a 6-time state entrant, 6-time all-conference. In addition, Connor is a 3-time state placer. This year was his year. He was 15-0 this year and ranked number 1 state the whole year. Unfortunately, state finals in front of 14,000 people. He'd never been behind all year. 10 seconds left. We got the call we didn't want. He got behind and he lost. He got second. So, while that was a tough pill to swallow, it's just an incredible year for Connor. We're so happy with the year he had, with the career he had, and I'm so looking forward to see what's in store for Connor. He's a great leader for our team and for Maple Grove and the whole wrestling community. He's a 4-time team captain, great leader. I just can't wait for what's in store for him. Connor's going to continue his career at the Division I level. He's going to be going to Kent State University in Ohio, and we look for more great things to come. Connor?
Next to be recognized is Maple Grove Adapted Hockey, who placed second at state. Coach Pridey, will you please introduce the team?
All right, good evening, everyone. Greatly appreciate you having us. I am Jonah Priddy. I'm the head coach of the district's PI Adapted Athletics team. Yeah, it's just really great being here, and greatly appreciate you guys having us here to celebrate these great athletes. We had another awesome season with our PI Adapted Athletics program where we were able to win the state championship this fall. Which was very exciting. First time that had been done since 1998. And, you know, we carried that success over, placing 2 places higher than we did last year, going from 4th place last year to 2nd place this year. And yeah, that was our first state championship appearance since 1999. And we did that with no seniors, which was quite incredible too. So it's a very, young, talented, driven group, and yeah, it's just been an incredible ride to continue to just see them grow more and more as people and as athletes. That's something that we talk about a lot each day, and yeah, we just are very excited to keep doing what we're doing, to keep learning, growing, and improving each day as people's athletes and coaches. And, you know, doing what we can to keep making the district proud along with ourselves, and greatly appreciate the district providing and supporting our adapted athletics programs, having both divisions, not just PI but CI. I think that's very critical and crucial for all these kids to have these opportunities to compete at the varsity level if they so choose and want to. And yeah, just, we would absolutely love to have your guys' support, like having you guys come out to more of our games, see the passion that these kids have, and what makes adapted athletics one of the best varsity sports, in my opinion, one of the best states in the country. Yeah, just thank you once again. I greatly appreciate your recognition of this great team, and we look forward to being back soon. So yeah, to recognize those that are here, let's see here, we can have Emma Johnson. Ahil Fothker Rabani. Sorry, got a couple to sort through. Okay, Lincoln Searcy. Ben Pfeiffer. Caleb Plummer. I have Evan Bartlett. Joshua Plummer. Then our great assistant coach, Ben Tommerdahl. Thank you so much.
Okay, so this is and I move you just put right here, yep. Just so they're in, kind of in between their heads right there, so come on up, just that's it. When you're here. Can I, is that just a little, there you go, perfect, perfect. Alright, smiles.
Okay, thank you so much. Coaches, Jill Lesty, will you please step up to the podium to introduce Maple Grove's senior jazz dance team who finished third at state?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jill Lesty, and I'm one of the dance team coaches at the high school. The dance team has had a lot of success the past several years, and luckily this year was no exception. Today, we are here to honor some of the kids who were able to make it from our varsity jazz team, who just came off a third-place finish at state. This team did an incredible job, as they always do, of representing both the Maple Grove community and the Maple Grove High School. So let me introduce you to Carly Janicki, Alyssa Springer, Atia Lecoq, Monroe Johnson, Ashlyn Hofstrom, Brittany Johnson. Audrey Goldsmith. Bella Bicchetti. Fallon Eckstein. Katie Lofeswaller. Savannah Nels. And Ava McElroy. Thank you.
Okay, squeeze together and probably two rows. Someone take their dance team, they got, somebody taking the lead. Give us a split or something. All right, big smiles. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
All right, and last but definitely not least, our final recognition this evening is Park Center's competitive cheer team. Coaches, will you please share the team's recent accomplishments and do the introductions?
Hi, I'm Coach Malaysia, along with Coach Erica. We have a third coach, Sophie, who couldn't be here today. We are very honored and thankful to recognize and have the opportunity to share our Park Center competition team's great accomplishments this year. We're honored to have the opportunity to represent our district at a national level. These girls have put in maybe 20 hours year-long, fundraising to practices to camps, competitions, and we have 11 new on varsity this year, so they have worked super hard to get to where they are. This year we have earned our 5th state title in a row. Thank you. In a very difficult division, we are very thankful to go against some of the top national teams here in Minnesota before we take it to nationals. And it's also their first year competing 2 routines at a national level. We placed 3rd in one of them and also 10th in the other, so advancing both. So congratulations to you ladies.
I'm Erica Marsh. I'll hand out the awards. Thank you for letting us be here and also for just letting us represent our community of Brooklyn Park, but also the district, not only on a state level, but a national level as well. First, Jada Von Preth. Yannette Vargas. Angie Cabrera. Synovia Vang. Eden Tao. Emily Yang. Slow and steady, no rush, no rush. Take it slow, take it slow. Evelyn Martinez. Sorry. Hayden Burdell. Isabel Lee. You're welcome. Janiyah Kilgore. You're welcome. Kobe Blevins. It's okay, you can let them rattle. It's a celebration. Michaela Hammond. Nalyana Petvorsek. Sydney Piner. and Vivian Knutson.
Alright, big smiles.
Well, wow, that is really what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it? And we have so many recognitions during the course of the year. We have so many more that are happening throughout the district at different levels, and we've got art and academics, and we see every single points of pride, all of the accomplishments that the scholars of this district are doing. So that's really why we're here. So congratulations to the students this evening and all of the other students we've been recognizing throughout the year. The next agenda item is audience opportunity to address the school board. I'll review a few of the guidelines for those who wish to speak to the board, and the full instructions are over there on the table. So as a board, we welcome all voices and strive for public engagement and transparency in our board work. Audience opportunity to address the board is one of many avenues to achieve this. To ensure all voices are heard, welcomed, and respected in the boardroom, we ask that audience members withhold applause and verbal response to all speakers. Speakers will be called to the podium in this order: student, parent, staff, community member, and others. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Comments should be directed to the entire board, not to any individual board member. If you have a handout for the board, please place it on the information table or hand it to the board secretary. And we do have one of those that Sherry provided for us. We'll listen but not respond back at this time. If you'd like someone to follow up with you on your questions and or comments, please let the board secretary know. Personnel concerns should be directed to individuals in the following order: building principal, executive director for human resources, assistant superintendent, superintendent, and finally writing the school board. When I call your name, please come to the microphone and state your name and your topic and whether or not you are a district resident. The first speaker is Ann Kavanaugh Kramer.
My name is Ann Kavanaugh Kramer. I am a resident and a parent of a second and fourth grader. in a district elementary school. I'm here today to express concern over our district's one-to-one device policy and ask for an alternative to that. What I believe began as a promising objective that our schools teach computer skills, I think has radically evolved into a policy where our schools teach all skills through computers. I believe this is an overreach of our initial objectives, and it's affecting our educational outcomes, as well as our children's mental health and executive functioning skills. Just as our district saw a need to provide 279 online for families that needed it, I would purport that our district has a responsibility to provide an analog educational option for our students. This would mean returning technology to a class that one takes and devices used as a tool in a classroom and only opened when the curriculum is genuinely enhanced by it. Everything else would return to books, paper, and pencils. My experience to date is that every elementary classroom that we've had experience with in the district has leveraged tech extremely differently depending on the teacher. Some have kept paper and pencils, which research proves is superior for cognitive development. However, we've also experienced teachers that rely heavily on it on the opposite end of the spectrum. Daily, they use Epic for individual reading time. They use Seesaw for digital versions of worksheets, replacing writing with typing for, kindergarten and first grade even, and gamified apps that are offered almost daily through Choice Time. We first became concerned with this when we saw a difference in our child. When I would pick them up after school in just first grade, I could immediately tell the days that they had access to these gaming apps. It was happening right before I picked them up, and we just noticed this dopamine hit from the gaming was causing a manic type state in them. We feel that our district's children are moving to typing also before they even have become confident in their writing skills. We're dealing with that with our fourth grader right now. We're skipping over developmentally necessary steps that build strong neuroconnectivity and support cognitive growth and retention skills.
30 seconds remaining.
Reading in books has moved to digital text in spite of the research that tells us reading on screens triggers an unconscious shift to skimming. This move away from analog is affecting our children's cognition, memory, attention, and educational outcomes. This isn't anecdotal. It's evident in a decrease internationally in math, reading, and science scores, and that's what this handout can.
Time.
Is that my time? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our second speaker is Paul Terry, or Paul, is it Paul? Okay, sorry, I couldn't read it.
Good evening, Chair Prince, board members, and district leadership. My name is Paul Terry. I'm a proud parent of an Osseo Senior High senior, a music teacher in the district for the past 22 years, and I currently serve as lead negotiator of Education Minnesota Osseo, Local 1212. On behalf of our members, I wanted to thank everyone who contributed to reaching a contract settlement. The bargaining process is never simple, and this round required many months of conversation, problem solving, and persistence from both teams. We know the educators of this district care deeply about their students and their colleagues and the success of our schools. I especially want to thank our bargaining team for their dedication, and I also want to acknowledge the district team for their engagement and collaboration at the table. Moving ahead, we are committed to working collaboratively to support our educators, strengthen our schools, and to serve the students and families of this district. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration tonight.
Thank you. Our next agenda item is the superintendent's report. Dr. Heil.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Prince, Vice Chair Brooks, board members, our staff, family, students, and community partners. While this weekend's snowstorm reminded us that winter isn't quite finished yet, our schools are already feeling that spring heat of trimester 3 coming up. This transition represents a fresh start for some of our scholars as they dive into new courses and opportunities. It also is an exciting time of the year to witness the growth that can still happen when a challenge begins. I do want to take a minute to highlight a couple of recent community connections that we're quite proud of. Our Brooklyn Park community members received a postcard with a QR code to a new One Community for All booklet. The booklet details the opportunities at Brooklyn Park school sites for our community members to take part in. This includes targeted services, early childhood programs, youth and adult enrichment, facilities use, etc. So it also talks about our local Building a Better Future project updates, so please feel free to check that out at osceolaschools.org/One Community for All. I also want to take a second to recognize a new addition to the Zanewood Community Center. It's called The Wood, and say congratulations to the City of Brooklyn Park and all those that work very hard to help our youth have a wonderful location to be able to go at Zanewood Community Center. So additionally, this is something new for us. We don't want anyone to miss the opportunity to share your thoughts on the school calendar. This is the first time our community has been welcome to participate in the planning process. So please feel free to go to osceolaschools.org/calendar input by Thursday to provide your insights, and this feedback that you're providing us will help us inform the calendar for the 2027, 28, and beyond. So visiting schools recently, we see that our schools remain vibrant places of connection, even as we navigate the changing seasons. Osseo Area School continues to lead because of this. From classroom wins to state-level competitors, we want to thank our families for partnering with us to make it all possible, and of course to our staff for all of your dedication and hard work. So I do wish everyone a restorative and safe spring break. So now it's time for our points of pride, part of the superintendent's report. By sharing our points of pride, we take time to recognize and celebrate our scholars and our staff and community members who are contributing to our accomplishments of our mission. So this evening, I have members of our district cabinet here to assist in sharing some examples from last month, please.
All right, thank you. In the area of achieving dreams, across the district, high school students have been receiving awards recognizing their outstanding achievements. Maple Grove Senior High School junior Asia Fall recently earned semifinalist honors at the Minnesota Brain Bee, organized by the University of Minnesota's graduate program in neuroscience for the International Neuroscience Competition. Park Center Senior High School's Lillian Chan recently placed in the top 20 in the Best Prep 2026 Student Spotlight Competition. Chan and the other top 20 winners were recognized at Best Prep's Educational Forum on February 11th at the Minneapolis Convention Center. Osseo Senior High School senior Renee O was recently awarded $2,500 as an honorable mention prize winner for Sphere Education Initiative's essay competition in honor of the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. A cast and crew of 50 Birch Grove School for the Arts student thespians took to the stage March 6th through 8th for this year's spring musical, Junie B's Essential Guide to School. Catalea Allende Carmona, a fifth grader who plays the role of Camille, said, "The show is really fun and it fits our school's vibes." In the area of contributing to community, thanks to community education, students at Edinbrook Elementary School have recently participated in various events and activities to help promote their emerging leadership skills, including a basketball club and a theater club who recently put on a production of Alice in Wonderland.
In the area of lifelong learning, the Osseo Area Schools American Indian Education Department recently hosted a variety of events for district students and families. On February 17th and 18th, middle school students from across the district traveled to Fish Lake Regional Park to participate in a variety of cultural activities and a traditional style meal with the American Indian Education Department. Students made dream catchers, went for a walk to notice different things in nature, played traditional native board games, listened to a story from coordinator Ethan Neerdals, and enjoyed a lunch of bison and hominy soup, wild rice, cornbread, and berries. On the evening of February 19th, the American Indian Education Department hosted a winter storytelling event at Northview Middle School. Staff, students, families, and community members gathered to listen to 4 indigenous storytellers share cultural and traditional knowledge passed down orally for generations. To kick off the evening, attendees gathered to enjoy a welcome and feast. The storytellers traveled near and far for the event. The evening served as an opportunity to come together, listen, and learn. February was I Love to Read Month, and throughout the district library, media specialists went above and beyond to encourage reading in a fun new way. Students at Fernbrook Elementary School got out of this world with a transformed library. The space-themed library was full of rocket ships, astronauts with different staff members' faces, planets, space rocks, and the moon and the sun. During their library visit, students read the book, touched the sky, and watched footage from a rocket launch. They also had the opportunity to read different space-themed books from the digital library on their devices. Students at Cedar Island Elementary School participated in a bakery book tasting. The book tasting allowed students to sample new genres of books in a fun and creative way. Students moved around tables few pages and filling out menus with 3 words to describe the cover, what they liked from the first few pages, and giving it a rating out of 5 mixing spoons. Students tried new genres from fantasy to animals to adventure.
Palmer Lake and Garden City Elementary Schools recently hosted science, technology, engineering, and math STEM events, providing opportunities for expanded learning and out-of-the-box thinking for students and their families. Osseo Senior High's HOSA Future Health Professionals demonstrated outstanding performance at the Region 1 Midwinter Conference on January 5th. The conference serves as a preparation for the Minnesota HOSA State Competition in March. HOSA is an integral part of Osseo Senior High's Health Science, Career and Technical Education and Magnet program, preparing students for a variety of careers in healthcare. The Health Science Magnet program is designed to support and build future leaders in health science and medical fields. The program provides authentic learning experiences that prepare students to achieve their future goals in medicine. Students develop practices through hands-on, project-based experiences in a professional work setting. Health science students graduate with college credits, professional certifications, internship experiences, and memories for a lifetime. Students across the district can attend health science classes at Osseo Senior High. In the area of mission-driven employees, on February 17th, Osseo Senior High School's School Resource Officer, Detective Missy Parker, was named the 2025 Officer of the Year at the City of Maple Grove Public Safety Awards. Superintendent Dr. Kim Heil was present at the City Council meeting to watch Detective Parker receive her award and thank her for all she does for Osseo Senior High students and staff.
All right, we have a few final notes and reminders for this evening. So families can explore summer programs now for children from early childhood through high school. They can visit the Osseo Area Schools Summer Programs website at osceoschools.org/summer to learn about each enrichment opportunity, camp, and program that will be offered. There will be no school for students March 20th through the 27th, with spring break taking place March 23rd through the 27th. And there will also be no school for students on April 3rd, so maybe they'll make them happy for having to come to school yesterday. So, and just one final reminder that calendar feedback is due on Thursday and can be shared at osceoschools.org/calendar input. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next agenda item is school board reports. Director Dawson, do you have a reporter update?
I do not.
Director Foster, do you have a reporter update?
Just a quick update, and I think I just want to bring it up at every meeting, is our policy committee meets quarterly, and it's really important that we get community feedback. You can do it via email or attend the session. In the last one, we had a lot of discussion, it was a lot of policy to go through, and that'll come up shortly. And so our next meeting is in June, I believe, but it's a really good discussion and is kind of the core of what happens in our schools, so it's really important.
Director Brooks, do you have a reporter update?
Just a couple quick ones. So I had an opportunity to attend the Rice Committee meeting yesterday with Director Dawson. Shout out to the FACE team. Those meetings are usually led by them, and there were several new parents in the meeting. So it actually sort of turned into an orientation session. So just getting them familiar with the purpose of RISE, sort of past successes, and what future goals are of the committee. So we're, encouraging them to continue coming to future meetings and hoping the next one's in person with better weather. And then last week also attended the 279 Foundation meeting. So that was, I think, the first opportunity to debrief this year's foundation dinner. They're already working on additional fundraisers, so the work continues. They received a school board update on our legislative priorities, and then learned about the superintendent's 3 C's. You might have to help me out, but consistency, coherence, clarity?
And connection.
Connection, I was close. So we spent quite a bit of time on that, so I should have known it, but yeah, those are my updates.
Great. Director Tate, do you have a reporter update?
No reports.
Director Mitchell, do you have a reporter update?
Yeah, just one from our CPAC committee, met last Thursday, and that's our Community Education Committee. We went over some mid-year budget updates, and we also had 2 presentations from our 2 different programs, our enrichment and targeted services, and also facilities scheduling. And I just have to give a shout out, 2 of the women in the district that have been here 21 plus years, Melissa Karstens and Connie Larson. I was just blown away by just their experience and excellence, and after all those years, just still very passionate about what they do and so open to feedback and just the desire to be a creative resource. So it was just a really positive experience. Thanks.
And I do not have a reporter update. The next agenda item is the consent agenda. Board members, our consent agenda items this evening include meeting minutes, financial reports, an extended educational trip, grant personnel items, a number of bid awards for renovations, and contracts for building and district services, and SRO agreements with the cities of Maple Grove and Brooklyn Park. Are there any items that you would like to remove for separate consideration? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as printed?
So moved.
Moved by Director Foster. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Director Tate. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes 6-0. Our first action item is the recommendation for approval of the teacher's contract. Information will be shared by Yvonne Schwartzland, Executive Director of Human Resources. Yvonne.
Thank you, Chair Prince. I'm happy to provide the district's HR's recommendation for approval for the teacher contract for July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027. The membership of the group is comprised of about 2,300 licensed educators in the district, consisting of teachers, social workers, counselors, a number of different positions. Of course, in your board packet is the track changes and a copy of the memo, so I'll just review the highlights. In year 1, compensation will be increased by 2.5% to the base salary. In year 2 of the contract, the increase to base salary is 3%. The pro rata schedule, which is the hourly rate schedule, will be increased proportionately in years 1 and year 2. In addition, there were increases to insurance, 10% in year 1, 8% in year 2 to the HSA plan, no increases to the HIE plan, which is also closed for enrollment. There were also some changes to contractual terms, some changes to the 403B match, some changes to clarify the emergency sub language for substitute teachers on an emergency basis, and additional responsibilities for teachers covering leaves. And we also have 3 MOUs which address, or establish labor management committees to look further into workload and work schedule issues, and then an MOU related to early childhood development and family, early childhood and adult ed programs. The total agreement results in an 8.87 total package increase for a total financial investment of $20,345,324 across the term of the agreement. I do want to thank both bargaining teams, including the lead, Paul Terry, the lead, Lisa Bostic from the district, and then again, just the continued work and collaboration across the table, and our continued work on a day-to-day basis with the MO as well. So with the ratification of the contract, HR and payroll would begin the implementation process. Thank you.
Thank you. I will make the motion to approve the agreement on the terms and conditions of employment between the Independent School District 279 School Board and teachers, July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Director Brooks. Is there any discussion?
Just in short, teachers, I just want to say we appreciate y'all. And thank you for everything you do for our students in our district. And then staff, I know this was a lot of work, so thank you for getting this across the finish line.
Yeah, just to echo that, we are so appreciative for everything that you do. We know that this is not a typical job. We know the time that you spend to support students beyond the classroom, to prepare, to ensure that you have everything that you need to serve students with supplies. We see it in the gifts to the district, the PTOs, and I know everybody makes significant personal investment of time, resources, and well-being sometimes even, it seems like. So thank you so much for all that you do. And we're committed to continuing on those items to continue to make this workplace truly the best place for students to learn and the best place for everybody to work. So with that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes 6-0.
They were teasing you guys, making you wait. They're like, what? Yes, yes.
And our final action item is gifts to the district. Is there a motion to approve gifts to the district totaling $94,340.23?
So moved.
Moved by Director Foster. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Director Mitchell. Is there any discussion? Thank you to everybody who supports and provides funding in this way to support the education of all our scholars. It's 94,000 is a big one. There's a lot of big ones during the year, and it's just we have such a generous community, and a lot of it comes actually from staff and from folks in the buildings as well. Okay, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, that concludes our items on our agenda. At this time, the board will take a brief recess and then reconvene in room W42 for a closed session. The session will be closed pursuant to Minnesota Statute 13D.05, Subdivision 3A for the superintendent's mid-year evaluation. Is there a motion to recess the regular meeting for 10 minutes and reconvene in the forum room or in W42 for a closed session?
So moved.
Moved by Director Brooks. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Director Foster. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes 6-0. This meeting is recessed at 6:49 p.m. The school board meeting will adjourn at the conclusion of the closed session. Have a good night.